give them permission?
Of course.
When you met Billy?
When I met Billy, it's Billy, the extraterrestrials. I said, I'll help you out. I mean, the story was unbelievable. Like I say, it was a funny game. I'm sitting here making a contract orally with them and Billy, trying to get things squared away to put out the story to the world about what the Pleiadians were doing in Billy's story, because it was important.
Right.
You know, I flew back to, you know about that, I flew back to Beverly Hills. My attorneys there were the attorneys for Screen Actors Guild at that time. And at that, I said, Billy had already given away the worldwide rights to a story to a couple down in Phoenix, you know, Wendell's friends.
Right.
And who I already financed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, you know, the game becomes a little bit more convoluted at that point. Anyway, I was hoping my attorney would be able to set it up so we could go ahead with my agreement I gave to the ETs that I would help disseminate their information, because they wanted to wake up the people here on the planet. In their story, they say that they basically engineered this planet was engineered for 500 million people.
Okay.
And now you had to remember that they said that. In fact, Semyonisi, the girl that was in contact with Billy, her big deal, she says, I go around to different planets, her job, to see what it takes to engineer them for more life. Because there's lots of planets that are capable of maintaining humans. This happens to be, as they say, the prison planet. There's only one race, lots of different colors. We all come from different star systems. As it turns out, you know, the last time I was over at Billy's, you know, there's a guy 7 meters tall. I didn't see him, but I saw his footprint. I mean, Billy, you know, you put his shoulders on.
Okay, but the Pleiadians, because we went out to Billy, and we tried to get an interview. We couldn't. Okay, this is, you know, not that long ago. And he's basically not giving interviews, more or less. He's kind of gotten very jaded by the whole thing.
Oh, yes.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
So we had a very interesting experience. We took a photograph of me standing next to the silver star emblem he has up there.
And the camera was blank?
No.
Oh.
The picture was silver.
Yeah.
Everything before and after is in color, but I'm in silver.
Now that's the Pleiadians that were there.
They were playing with me.
Well, no,
and they were giving a message.
That's right.
They were saying hi. You know.
Have you talked to Dr. Jim Deerdorf either?
Well, I know who he is.
Well, Deerdorf went over there. When I came back, see, the document that was not under the contract with Billy and the guys down in Arizona was the Talmud of Emmanuel, the teachings of Emmanuel.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's where Billy and I had a little falling out, and he didn't like me about that because I gave it to all kinds of people.
Okay.
And anyway, during that period of time when I was over there, you know the holes in the tree? You saw them when you were over there, didn't you? Well, when he took the laser pistol, went out there.
Okay.
Well, that was happening when we were there.
All right.
Anyway, we were given permission to go take 3 pictures. That's all he said. 3 pictures.
Oh, right. I remember. Okay, yeah.
My camera is a full, 36-roll film. Anyway, 22, 23, and 24 was great. Well, I took another one because there's one way up, when he took totally blank. Well, I mentioned that to Jim Deerdorf. Exact same thing happened to him. He took his 3 pictures, and then the 4th one, his camera jammed.
Right.
Now, the same thing happened, like yourself. Because Billy is being monitored, like I'm being monitored, the guys are here right now.
Okay, when you say the guys, you're talking Intel or you're talking ETs?
Extraterrestrials, other dimensional.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, well, we're used to this, and,
So
that's good.
But what they're trying to do is...
There's the good ones and the bad, the negative ones.
You have to look at... We have to look at the much bigger picture when it comes to good and bad, because now we start making judgments, and we have a rule book that they've given us. The question is, as the creation is trying to figure out what it is, and they've given us free will to expand that. You understand when you wake up in the morning, there's a hormone called serotonin that wakens your body up into what we call the 3D world.
Right.
Okay, when the sun goes down, because it's all triggered by light, then melatonin steps in and your body goes to sleep, right? Theoretically.
Right.
Between midnight and 4, there's the downloading that occurs, the uploading. So you should, if you can do that, be in constant communion. You can be in constant communion with the creation or the hierarchy that is assisting you at this goal, because this planet is very important.
Right.
I mean, everything's important within the universe. And good and bad is only measures to see what works and what doesn't work, and to come the 4 rules of the universe, which you already have. The final one is balance. Well, we're so out of balance on this planet.
Okay, but one is, I mean, attraction.
Law of attraction.
Right.
What you put out, you're going to get back.
Right.
The law of intent. Remember, we got thought made manifest. What did we intend to make? The third one is the law of allowance.
Allowance. Okay, but see, the law of allowance, that's where you get into the negative and the positive.
Well, you're allowing
it to interfere.
Exactly. Now you come to the last one. No matter what, it has to come in balance. We on this physical plane measure everything in a sequence of time. Can't do that because we don't know how. You and I, we have the old.
In other words, you could be rectifying a balance because, for example, the United States and slavery. You're talking what went on in the past, balanced by the future.
Exactly, the karmic reactions. Now, the only thing that exists is right now. The future potentials are there. Now, somehow, like Billy, what you probably are aware, was taken forward in time and had taken pictures of the future events, World War III and what's coming on from there.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the destruction. I mean, I saw all the pictures of San Francisco. I couldn't get Billy to come over to the United States to appear in court.
I know, but look, nothing yet. Right.
Oh, but think about this. If I saw the pictures, I'm aware of what the Global 2000 agenda is, which calls for war to
the Iron Mountain report is the same thing.
Same thing, yeah. To get a war started in the Middle East, which is to spread to the United States, right?
Right.
Well, San Francisco's destroyed before the war. It's not a nuclear explosion. So we're right on the precipice. I'm also monitoring right now. I talked to, out in California this morning, there were 3 earthquakes out there. Now they only release the stuff. It's over 3. There's over 1,000 a day. It's like a little chip, a cracker.
Absolutely.
So we know it's going to break at any time right now. It's coming up to the point when the San Andreas is going to move. I was with the TV crews up in Sacramento. They were ready for it at any time. They know that it's, and the scientist I talked to up there says, well, we think it's going to go a minimum of 18 feet. Well, that totally wipes out Southern California. All the water, the whole game. Whole thing comes apart. When I got all this data... I
have dreams of the future that tell me things like this, and I've seen San Francisco.
Okay, well, then you've got the same thing. Well, I moved. I said, enough of this. I had a house 2 blocks from the Beverly Hills Hotel. I got out of there. I had a nice house at La Costa, North County, San Diego. Right. I'm gone out of California. I've been looking at all the rest of the thing. How do I maintain balance? Now, what we didn't, when we talked before, when I said no to the doing the job to being the finance chairman, this is where the story continues on. When I said no to do that, then that was on Monday. That Friday, my lead banker calls me in my office and says, George, we got you're no longer one of us. I got to call all your loans. I mean, I was under construction. So anyway, it took me a couple of years to unwind myself, and I said, I don't want any more part of this. But then I got really deep into the Global 2000 agenda or population reduction. Then when I really started to get into, wait a minute, we got to wake people up.
Well, when you say you got into it, you mean you...
Well, I sat in with the governor. We're talking about wiping out the American population down to 20 million.
Well, you agree, this is after you got offered that job?
Oh, yeah.
And so, in a certain sense, you were still kind of like
going along with that program? No, I just...
Or are you just trying to educate yourself?
Well, I'm educating, but I also was saying, okay, I know what their agenda is. They won't bother me particularly, right? It's only when I started to publicly say what they're coming down is I started to get the reverberations at any point. It's like when the feds themselves, the Federal Reserve, they didn't like me because I learned how to break banks. Which was...
Well, okay, how long after the time when you had this sort of realization moment?
The Billy Meyer thing really opened up everything, and within a period of, let's say, a year, I started to say, wait a minute, what I'm doing is not correct. The population reduction scheme that they're going to do, the money game, and hell, I made my own bank outside the Federal Reserve, so it's, I've already done that, been there, done that game. Well, let's go on to something bigger. Well, then I made my agreement with the ETs. I mean, in fact, I told them, I says, if my word's no good, nothing is. Well, what do